Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, our group will present about mini project 2. Okay, first of all, my name is Muhammad Azimi Talib. My mentee number 25D20F1030, and second group member is Muhammad Aiman Hakim bin Muhammad Ghafar. My mentee number 25D20F1022, and the last group is Nur Fakria binti Yusof. My mentee number 25D20F1049. Our lecturer is Dr. Nohafiza binti Ismail. Okay, let's continue for the next slide. Okay, first of all, user interface. Okay, our system registration management system will have four interface, which is login interface, user chat interface, and the third is user home interface, and the last is user profile interface. Okay, next is the output design. Okay, for this is the output design for home interface. When you create a new staff registration, after you create, this will pop up, and you can see here new staff registration has been successful. Okay, in this interface, in this output design, you can undo or continue, click OK to continue to create the new staff registration. And next, second output design is which is for interface user chat interface. Okay, and its output design is you can delete the chat when you delete for me or delete for everyone. And the last design output is for login interface, and this is when you forget the password, you click the forget password, and this will pop up, and you must enter the Gmail address of your account. After that, this uh, this will send you the code for login to your Gmail. Okay, that's for me.
For explain the system development that you are planning to develop, select the model, prototype or case 2. So we choose case 2. So for the case 2, you trigger first one is administrator. Administrator can access the system completely, such as deleting user record, updating record, and restoring system database. For management can only access part of the system, such as changing user password, registering users, and registering record and updating user record. For staff, user only can access the system only to log in, change password, register as a user, register staff record, update record, and log out from the system only. For schedule the testing phase to the end user. For the first one is unit testing. Proper unit testing during early development saves time and money in the long run. It allows developer to run quickly, understand the testing code base, and make change. Unit tests that are well written serve a project documentation. Next phase is integration testing. This testing primary function or goals is to test the interface between the units or modules. Testing does not require the completion of the other module, because stub and driver can be used for the same purpose. The third testing is system testing. System testing is the first level of testing in the software development life cycle. Systems testing evaluates whether the system meets the functional requirements. During system testing, business requirements and application architecture are validated, verified, and tested. It provides users with an efficient environment that is similar to the live or production environment. The last phase is acceptance testing. Acceptance testing is a technique for determining whether or not a software system meets its requirements specification. The main goal of this test is to determine whether the system complies with the business need. After system testing and before reaching the final decision, acceptance testing is carried out. The main step in system implementation, the first one is prepare a separate operational and test system. To meet customer requirement, the system needs to be tested separately so that the system is more user-friendly and easy to understand by all users to use the system. Second is provide training for user, manager and IT staff. System developer will provide training to IT experts to be a platform as a reference for a new user or to provide company management service in operating this system to employees and the office to be more familiar with this system. Third is perform data conversion and system changeover. When the old data is put into a new system, it is converted as needed. The old system might be able to export data in a format that the new system can understand. Data conversion might take place before, during, or after the operational environment is complete. If possible, the data conversion procedure should be automated. Depending on the method, it can be fast or slow depending on the operating system used. Using the parallel operation changeover, both old and new systems are fully operational for a set length of time. Fourth is carry out a post-implementation evaluation of the system. The purpose of a review is assess whether the project objectives have been achieved and have the criteria that the user wants to have in the development system. The developer will test the system before launching it to users, ensure that the organization get the possible benefit from the project and further improve the system. The last step is present a final report management. This employee registration system will be implemented at Polytechnic Mersing before promoting the system to companies or users out there. PMJ management will use the system for employee registration on campus.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Iman Hakim and I will continue for next slide. Next slide, 6.0 explain system support and security. System support and security provides a vital protection and maintenance for the system. The emphasis during the phase is to ensure that sponsor needs continue to be met and that the system continues to perform according to specification. Within hardware and software maintenance and upgrade are performed to ensure effective system operation. Next, additional user support and technical support is provided as an ongoing activity to help resolve reported problem. The support and security group implements and monitors physical and electronic security hardware, software and procedure. From time to time, the system is repaired and monitored against any malware and other potential threats. Next, system support. First, user support. User support to provide technical assistance to user of the system, answer question or solve system problem for user. Service provided by hardware or software companies that provide a system and advice to user. Next, helpdesk. Helpdesk as a system and data structure become more complex. User need ongoing support and guidance. To make data more accessible and empower user, many IT departments have created helpdesk. The helpdesk, also called the service desk, is a centralized resource run by IT professionals that provide user with the support they need to do their job. Next, system security. First, authentication. Authentication, the developer insert the protocol in the system to ensure that only authorized users have access to it. The authentication procedure confirm that the user is the person they are claiming. Next, encryption. Encryption are the security measure that can protect sensitive data from being seen or used by cyber criminal after user have been authenticated and use the system. The last, authorization. Authorization users are authorized to access and use the system after authentication by comparing the user authentication identification with the list of allowed users. The system can verify the user has permission to access the system. Number 7.0, scheduled maintenance. Scheduled maintenance is any repair and service work performed with a set time frame. It details when given maintenance tasks are performed and by who. Scheduled maintenance may occur at repeating intervals and in response to a work request. This is a scheduled maintenance step. First, identify the FX system, server, and etc. Identify effect department, identify the dates and time of unavailability or description, perform maintenance on the parts involved and incomplete, predict the effect of maintenance on accessibility and usability. This maintenance will be done once a month, and if there are any complaints, report from user. As long as maintenance is being made, the user will not be able to access the system until the maintenance is complete. And the last one is number 8.0, conclusion. In conclusion, the registration system is a useful system in various industries. This system can also be used to most companies to make it easier for employees to register their employees and staff. With various features and that the system is able to attract many users in a short time, and we hope this project will be a useful project in the future. And thank you, and that's all from us.